What's going on, YouTube? My Calibur cracks. This is JP Lawson coming to you for another episode of the Voyage to Erebus from the Olympian Chronicles.
Let's go!
Whoopee! Today we have got Session 6. Session 6 will not run as long as the others.
Big Bad Don't link to the Land of Fire.
Yeah. Because we have got... we've got one of our actors who is not with us today. He had prior obligations. So there will be a separate video that y'all will check out with that one, specifically for him to run his own side quest that I've already discussed with him. So without further ado, if all of our actors, we are about to get into session 6 of the Voyage to Erebus.
DM, there's one thing I did want to bring up that I just remembered.
Oh.
We forgot to input the stats for Brock's new weapon.
Well, then it sounds like you're going to be on your current stats until you get that updated.
Well, I got the notes for the weapon that we talked about. If I can use those for just this session, if that's approved.
Yeah, I'll approve it. You got those notes?
Yep.
All right. We'll carry on to session 6 of the Voyage to Erebus. Picking up where we left off, obviously we were pretty much figuring out things as far as heading to a new island that was on y'all's list. Somebody should have written that island down.
Is this a new character?
You probably
I don't have it on the new character sheet.
Remember what I did?
I know I wrote it down, but it's not on that new one. I don't know what the other one is.
You know, Joe? I'm looking.
Well, also, I think somebody would have written it on their character sheet. So if everybody got new character sheets, then
I'm still using my phone because my printer's jacked up.
So then, yeah, nobody else.
So
One more place. There is something furry tickling my leg.
That shall be pumpkin.
Nope, I did not have it in there either. That gum. Okay.
So we're going to the island of Perset. The island of Perset contains Cyclops.
Cyclopes.
For those that don't know, our own beloved Joe, infamous JoJo, gave us a lesson, and the plural to what people would refer to as Cyclops is actually Cyclopes.
Thank you, Percy Jackson books.
So we'll be referring to them as Cyclopes here. But this is the island of Cyclopes that we are headed to. At this current moment, all of us have actually done a small little time jump. Everything's already loaded upon the ship. Y'all are aboard the ship. This is nighttime. Most everybody has been resting as of right now, sort of wee early hours of the morning. Our equivalent of like what would be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And all that.
Rock's getting up.
Hercules is already on top, just looking out over the edge of the ship, watching the sky as it passes by, just looking at the moon currently as of right now.
Brock comes up. Morning.
Morning.
I love the fact that you've done got used to the fact that I'm always going to be up before everybody else because work habits.
Believe me, if I didn't have to be up, I probably would still be asleep too, which means you still would be the first up.
Well, here, go get you a little bit more rest. I won't keep watch.
I've got enough rest. Gotta prepare for what lies ahead. If my memory serves me correct in what my father last told me, Cyclopes have gotten worse than what they were.
Well, the problem with that is I had to talk with Demeter. We had to talk with Athena as well. Is that most of these Cyclopes, they should be children in some way to Poseidon, considering he sired most of them.
While they are, and while that actually stands, you got to understand that Poseidon hasn't really had much interaction with them since. And not only that, but the only person who can even remotely give them sort of attention that they would want is probably the one who has been visiting them recently, and that would be Perseus. So, as betrayed as I feel about Perseus, I have to put him aside right now in order to focus on what we're about to face. You cannot trust this island according to my father. You can't trust it at all. And Hercules just gonna sort of stand up and turn around to Hermes flying back down on the deck. Hermes sort of, looks exhausted, a little tired, but, it's not like he's winded or anything. He pops back down on the deck and he just walks up to Hercules like, "Sire, I have taken him, but we are all well now. Everything is going just as planned. So at this point, we just head straight on." And Hercules nods to Hermes and says, "Thank you for taking care of him." And then turns around.
Brock hands. You said Hermes looks a little winded and exhausted.
Exhausted. He's not winded. He's just exhausted.
Brock just handed him a jug of water. Would you like a taste of water?
Hermes looks at it and looks up and says, "No, thank you. It'll be the wine for me." And then just turns and starts to walk down the stairs.
Hey. Brock's just gonna keep watch.
Hercules turns and looks to see if anybody else is coming up the stairs at this point as Brock just stands beside him.
Anna's still in bed.
And
It's too early for her.
Okay.
Nereus is coming up, looking out of the side of the ship. He's come up, and he was preparing his spells for the day, so they're already prepared.
Okay. So Hercules gonna trudge closer to you and say, "You remember this island?"
It's been a little bit, but yeah.
As I was telling our friend Brock right here, just know things have gotten worse than what they were the last time you and I were there. So, going into it, don't expect everything to be the same.
Well, you know these one-eyed boogers don't like me as it is anyway. So.
All the more reason I tell you this. And he sort of gives a little chuckle, a little smile, smirk, and just looks back down and says, "We also have to keep our wits about us because we are one short for this leg of the journey." And he turns around to look at you and basically just leans up against the side and says, "At this point, it'll just be us four that are here. My father, as well as the other two, his brothers, called upon Xeres for a special objective that he needed to go take care of. And so Hermes escorted Xeres back."
Well, he kind of slowed us down anyway. He's a prissy boy.
While that might be Nereus, any help that we can in facing such a challenge as Perseus, all hands would be appreciated in that instance.
I ain't gonna, the only thing is I ain't gonna have a punching bag.
Well, if we come across Perseus, maybe you might. Who knows what we'll find here. And it's about this time that y'all see the sun just starts to slowly come over the horizon, covering the skies. The skies, though, still remain somewhat of a gray to it. Until y'all fly up probably another mile or two as time passes and everybody's getting up trying to get sorted around. Hercules sends for Hermes. At this point, Hermes It's coming up the stairs, so he waves Hermes down. Hermes flutters over his way off the ground, lands next to Hercules, and Hercules says, Hermes, it's about that time. We're about to arrive. I need you to go wake Anna. We'll meet everyone here. And Hermes nods his head and then flutters back to the stairwell. Turns around and looks at both of you and says, look out over the front left of the boat. And when y'all look over the side of the boat, front side of the boat, y'all notice sort of in the distance, but getting closer and getting larger, much larger, a island. The island that Neres remembers covered in green, covered in beauty, pretty much. Nature was at its fullest, at its finest. While there's still a good bit of nature, some flowers and some trees still stand tall and with life and all that. From the outer ring of the island working its way in, a lot of nature has started to die, to wither away. So Hercules standing behind Brock and Neres as he's looking down at it and saying, it's the corruption. The corruption of what we fear right now, which is Perseus. There is no doubt in my mind that Perseus has been here and unfortunately might still be here. Hermes comes back up the flight of stairs and walks over to Hercules and says, she is awake. She's preparing herself. Is there anything you need me to do? Hercules looks at Hermes and basically says, I need you to cut off everything that's keeping the ship afloat. Go ahead and drop it into the water so that we can come up quietly. This is not a place where we want to disturb anyone. We just need to get in and get out without making trouble if we can. And Hermes nods. The ship all of a sudden starts shutting off certain areas, starts lowering down to the water. And as it's lowering down to the water, ladies and gentlemen, I need everyone to make me an investigative check. Well,
19.
15.
15. Okay. Two of you actually do notice. So, one of you, Neres, I guess, in a way, you've been awake for a while and all that, but, you're still just, it's dark. Darker out than you would anticipate and all that. You don't really notice it amongst the water, but as the ship is landing or about to land into the water, you two happen to notice that the water starts turning darker and continues to turn darker until it is pretty much a full black amongst the water.
Get the ship up. Get the ship up.
Hercules
Now.
turns around and says, or yells rather, Hermes, take the ship up! And about right at that time, you feel the ship sort of lock in place in the water, and y'all notice that the ship is no longer actually moving forward at all. It's not moving back or
It's
anywhere.
it's
It is sucked into this spot in the water. And it's about at this point that y'all see massive tentacles start coming
Oh.
from the water.
Rock, not knowing what to do, looks that he has his gear on, including the new weapon. Golden bag of holding's tied on tight to his waist. Is going to attempt to. How far away from land are we?
Probably about a good 50 yards from the land.
Action.
Safe to say it would still definitely take somewhat of like a rowboat or something to be able to get to that island. But what y'all have encountered is a kraken. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hold on.
21.
30, 20.
Save it.
30, 20, okay.
Where's it at?
It's plus your initiative right here.
14.
So 14, okay. So you three will be the first to attack and all that. Robin, Neres will be first, then Brock, and then Anna, and then the Kraken. So if you want to write that down in your book, so that you know, remember y'all's hit points.
Yeah.
But for your hit points and all that, you might need a pencil to do your math.
Neres, then who?
Then Brock, then Anna,
How you spell Anna?
E-N-N-A.
and then the Kraken.
How you spell Kraken?
Kraken. With that, as y'all are watching, sort of right now, the way we're standing is everyone's back is to the way. Is like we're backed up to each other's backs, looking all around us, sort of in a circle and all that, all around the ship. Hercules will make his strike after the Kraken does. So, tentacles are now at the level of height, pretty much, where you can see them probably 10 to 20 feet up in the air. But at that point, any of those tentacles is practically within range of slicing or shooting with arrows, whatever y'all wish to do.
Or bashing, which is
So,
Okay.
Neres.
I'm gonna use Divine Smite on me, so whenever this happens, after every attack, it deals a bonus 2d8 damage to whatever damage I already do.
Okay.
So I'm about to roll with my
How long does it last?
Duration instantaneous or how you
Instantaneous.
yeah,
Instantaneous.
that's the duration of it.
So it sounds like it's instant.
Yeah.
So it happens right now. Does it say when it goes out?
Oh, you misread that.
What I did?
Hitting a target with a melee weapon is what it does. So
Yeah.
when you hit something, you can't hit yourself. You can hit something.
No, you put Divine Smite on yourself. That way,
Right.
with your attacks, it does that.
But I'm trying to figure out if it's just this one round or if it lasts multiple rounds or if it's just for this one turn he's got.
It looks like it's a one-turn move.
Okay. So, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'm going to attack with my longsword. Ooh, 15 plus 8.
That does it.
Okay. And the regular damage of that is 1d8 plus 5. So
Roll that.
6 plus 5, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10,
11.
11. Now I'm doing the 2d8.
Okay.
So it's 11. Then now it's 12 because that was a 1. And a 6. So 6 plus 12 was
18.
Minus 7. So you take 18.
It takes,
Yeah.
It takes 18.
Takes 18 damage. So, yep. Okay. So you do that and you sort of, with the slice and all that, you've actually cut open that tentacle and you see it's starting to spill, some of its insides out from that tentacle and all that. The tentacle is not
Calibur.
it's not fully enveloped anymore. It's sort of like deformed now because that slice can't function right. And so you just see automatically that tentacle just sink under the water. And right beside it comes another tentacle that just pops right back up.
well, shit.
Brock.
I ain't got a plan. I do not have a
I
plan
wouldn't think so.
whatsoever. Brock's just gonna out loud go, "This ain't something I can have fought before." So, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, you all respawn. I don't. Let's see what happens. Brock's going to take his new club, the gold one with spikes, thanks to Hephaestus, and is going to try something stupid. He's going to try to knock off one of the tentacles holding it in place, so maybe we can get this thing back moving.
Okay. You got 2 of them. You got one in the back and one in the front.
Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Front.
Front? Okay.
25.
Does it?
That is 11 points of damage.
Okay. So yeah, you do it, and it definitely loosens its grip from around it and all that, and slides it back. Yes. However, the tentacle still lies on top of the front deck and all that of the ship. So it's lying there, but it's no longer gripped around the ship. It's sort of like it's just laying limp there. So,
Alright,
your
I'm
turn.
gonna try to shape the water.
Shape the water, then, girl. What are you wanting that water to do?
To, I guess, try to get his tentacle to where it's off the ship, or
So
try to get it to move
so basically
it'll
you're
rock the ship forward.
so basically you're trying to get the water to move
To
its way up the
shift.
tentacles to shift the grasp.
Yeah.
Around. Okay.
Okay, Moses.
Okay, hold on. It doesn't say, but it's that
Yes.
21.
It does hit. So you shake the water. Go ahead and still make damage roll.
Okay.
Or does it say damage roll?
It says instantaneous.
That's not what I'm talking about. Do you make a roll for damage?
I don't.
No, you don't.
It's basically just
Yeah, so no, you just casted it. So the water that she just casted upon the tentacles and all that are morphing their way up the tentacles, and she's moved the tentacles, starting to sort of take their grasp over
Let's
or
go
off
in
the
up.
ship. At that point, Hercules is going to try and yell to Hermes, who is still down right now trying to get the ship moving. He's going to yell to Hermes, Hermes! Fire it up! And it's about that point that you hear a rumbling going. And the ship, just out of nowhere, does pick up speed. And it sort of shoots forward out of the way of the tentacles
Brock-
and all that towards the island.
Brock uses the tip point of the club, the new club, because it throws him off his balance. He just into the boards of the shit to keep himself from falling.
Hercules sort of doing that like heroic stance. He's leaning forward
He's
in the
full of
wind.
Michael Jackson, isn't he?
Yeah, he's leaning forward in the wind as the wind is
Smooth
brushing
criminal.
back.
Oh no, not gonna do that because I don't want us getting copyright struck.
And for comedic strikes and all that, you know. Hermes is gonna come up the stairs, and as soon as he comes out into the deck, and he's gonna be like, "Are we moving?" Ah! And just like gets thrown back through the stairs from
Would
the
you
wind.
like a taste of the power?
And at this point, you are closing in on the island very quickly. However, remember what Hercules said, that we want to try to be stealthy and
Slow it down, Hermes.
right on it. And so he's gonna be rushing back down the stairs and all that, try to slow it down.
Brace for a storm.
But at this point,
There ain't no stopping.
the ship has now sort of rushed straight onto the island. It's probably gone about maybe 20 feet onto the island, pretty much within a little bit of the shrubbery, a little bit of the forestry that was on the island. So it is now completely landlocked at the moment.
Uncle Hermes. You had one job.
Hermes is gonna stick his head out the freaking stairwell and just like look at you from right there at the stairwell and be like, "I'm trying here. How about you worry about your job, and I'll worry about myself. Thank you." And then just like goes right back down the stairs.
And falls,
Hercules just
falls again.
shaking his head. It's like, well, ain't much we can do here.
Let's get on the move.
And so Hercules sort of, without waiting for the drop to make for the ramp and all that, he's just gonna jump over the side of the ship.
Brock just goes, okay then. Like Brock right now is at the point where his care meter ain't working.
Yeah.
He is the only pure mortal on the team, and he's just, you know what? Alright. And he just lobs over the side of the ship, lands.
Hercules is gonna look up waiting for Nereus and Anna.
Anna goes out the ship.
Does she jump off the side?
No.
Oh, you lower the ramp with Nereus, and I guess you go. Hercules is like, alright. And so Hercules starts trudging forward, walking forward and all that.
And Brock just looks at it. Don't look at me.
He's gonna quickly go up and hide behind a stone. There's a line of stone rocks. They're all spread apart, but they're massive stones, like massive boulders almost, and all that surround the island and all that. He's gonna go up quickly behind one, just hide behind it, and just peer around to look around and try to sense anything that might be waiting.
Right. So we're on the sand. Are we on dirt or sand?
Y'all are on sand right now. The way it works is y'all skipped over the sand with the ship. Y'all were in the forestry. When y'all get to the stones, y'all exit out of the forestry onto sand again, and the boulder is sitting within sand. So
Right.
it's just sand.
Rob walks over, then he crouches, looking on the other side, trying to see what he can see.
Okay.
You want me to make a perception roll?
Yep.
Come on, my farm boy, please have good eyesight today. Yes, he does. That's a 16.
Okay. So you notice exactly what Hercules is noticing, in the fact that in the distance, probably a good, 100 feet ahead and all that, you see figures of beings that are just walking along.
Towards
But they
us.
look like, no, they're walking along. They don't notice anybody yet. They're walking along, sort of look like they've been, shopping maybe for food, or, trying to, pick up, items as far as, things they might need for their homes, things of that nature and all that. Because again, these Cyclopes live on this island.
Yeah.
So they have their own market of trade too, and everything like that that's on there. Their own things that they do on the island to provide business and to provide steady homing for everyone that lives there. And so they're just sort of, it looks like a market's way and all
Yeah.
that they're
Rocky
walking.
goes, Hercules, you three are the easiest to point out. Correct? I mean,
Well,
as gods, y'all are easy to figure out.
yeah,
Well,
they will know us. They
won't know
us.
me. I can hide my weapons in my golden bag.
Okay, what do you propose?
Let me scout ahead. I can get my way out of a situation. That way we can get some intel without blowing y'all's cover, and if crap hits the fan,
We need a signal so we know if we need help.
I'm pretty sure I can come up with something. And
So Hercules says, I really don't like the plan, but at the same time,
it's the
I know that your plan is the most logical. So
Brock smirks. He has a goofy idea. Are there any bells on the ship that Hermes won't notice is gone?
I mean, all of them are hooked up upon the ship, but if you were to go onto the ship and unhook it,
He wouldn't notice.
I mean, he would notice, but I mean, it's our mission. We're the ones in charge of Hermes at this
Yeah.
point.
Brock walks
So-
back onto the ship, takes the bell, unhooks it, makes sure he can rings it, not loudly, puts it in the golden bag of holding.
As you about to walk off, Hermes comes up the stairs. He's like, Who rang the dinner bell?
Just trust me, Hermes.
Oh, go back to sleep.
Oh,
Hey.
no sleep for the weary. I gotta get the ship up and running so that we can go whenever we're done.
Brock goes,
So
I'm
he
just
just
borrowing it and
continues
I'll
to-
put it right back. And he puts his axe, both clubs, and the javelins. I was like, wait, what all weapon does my boy have? He puts it all in the golden bag. This is easily my favorite gift from the gods. Ties it back on and puts his cloak, his green cloak on. Goes, now I have a way to signal if something goes wrong.
All right. So Hercules at that point is just gonna stamp his sword in the ground, just kneel down and watch you as you trudge forward.
Alrighty. Let's see if Brock can
So
way through this.
To trudge forward, the way this is set up is beyond the stone that y'all are hiding behind, that y'all are just watching right now, is sort of like a small little pond of probably the bluest water you've ever seen in your life. And upon the other side is
The market.
more shrubbery, like bushes, so to speak, with like roses and flowers of sorts in there. And then upon that, on the other side of that shrubbery, is where the dirt road, the dirt path picks up of the market. And you see all these little huts and everything that are set up. And as you get closer, you notice these things are probably about 15 feet taller than you.
Okay, Brock is what do we say he was? 6'8"?
Yeah.
Or Brock's like, shoot. Alright. And Brock has a game plan. Just to let out of character, let y'all know the game plan. He's playing the dumb guy who got is a castaway. So if they ask him, he's gonna say, no, my ship wrecked, I wound up here. I don't know where I am. That is his game plan. And he is taking notes and everything. Like mental notes of everything that he's seeing. Just walking.
Okay. To your right, you notice several of these that are lined up are specifically of clothing. Obviously, clothing too massive
No.
For me.
for any of y'all to wear, for that matter. On the left side, you do see though some of the boots, some of these huts have like food items of sort, rather large portions to y'all, but normal portions to Cyclopes. Large portions of meat, large portions of vegetableware, fruits, things of that nature. They also have huge barrels of water and huge barrels of wine that are there. You also see a blacksmith. The blacksmith is this bigger, bare-chested, mainly
Oh God, he's
cyclops.
gonna see me. He's gonna be the one that sees me.
And as you are sort of, I guess you're peering still at this point.
Yeah,
or
I'm just
you-
wandering. I'm playing. Brock is.
You're wandering. Okay. So at that point, as you're wandering, you step across something that covers your shadow, and covers all light from you, and you look up, and it is this massive cyclops that is just standing right there and all that. But the cyclops looks down and goes, "Well, hello. Who are we?"
Hey, my name's Brock.
Brock. Brock, well, very nice to meet you. What is it that we can do here for you at Parasite?
To be honest with you, I have horrible luck. I was on the boat crashed, and I wound up waking up on y'all's island.
Oh, that is very unfortunate indeed.
I'll figure it out. I always do.
Well, I mean, if you want us to take a look and see if we can help you, we can help you get the ship,
There's nothing left of the ship, my friend. Kraken.
Oh yeah, you got them around these waters for sure.
But
Those nasty kraken.
I did notice something, if you don't mind me asking. It's like one part of your island, there's this beautiful greenery, and it's beautiful.
Yes.
But there's this other part. What's happening?
We don't like to talk about it much, but ever since the gods sort of deserted our land and deserted, spending time coming to check in on us and to make sure that we are having, welfare going on, things just sort of taking a turn for the worse. The atmosphere around here is no longer fit We are sort of feeling a depression of sorts amongst Cyclopes, so we're just trying to buy our way right now and manage to see what we can do.
Well, you ready for Brock to be the sweetheart farm boy that he is? He goes, well, with that land area, if you were to, the bad part we talked about, if you were to safely burn it so that way it's back to just the base ground, and then turn the dirt, you can turn it back into livable and harvestable land.
I've never given thought to that, really.
Well,
That is something to actually talk to all of our agricultures here. And to see if that's something they could do.
it's fairly simple. You know, I
And
did
he's
it on my farmland.
Yeah, and he's gonna sort of cut you off in the middle of you speaking to him. He's like, hey, where's Zerk? Go find Zerk. And he's just gonna start like stepping.
Please tell me
around.
this is shaking the ground where Brock is.
It's vibrating.
Brock's like,
the ground.
whoa. All right. Brock, can they see Brock or no?
Yeah, at this point, there's several of them that have
No,
their attention caught.
Can
These.
we?
Yeah, they can still see you. Yeah.
Brock does this and does like a thumbs up, like he's rubbing back his neck.
All right, Hercules at that point is going to see that and he's going to yank up his sword and sheath it, sort of close his cloak around his stuff and sort of tie it up here at the top and be like, be cautious, but I think we might be okay.
Aren't you glad you have a farm boy?
Nearest is just standing there watching, ready for anything.
So do we need to disguise ourselves in some sort of way, or you think
Well,
we'll be
they're-
alright?
If you wish to, but
With me, it's pretty hard to disguise a centaur.
Yeah.
I can't really
Okay.
disguise a centaur.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Brock is
Yeah.
playing the lovable farm boy.
Yeah, they've never seen Brock, so I mean,
Yeah.
and Hercules has
Best-
his cloak.
Best thing for us to do is to stay put. Nearest says.
Well, Neres, if you wish to stay here with Anna, then that's fine. But I trust Brock, so I'm going to move forward and see if we can work our way closer
I can
to
charm,
our
so-
objective.
Well, if they see you, they know I'm not too far behind you. You know they don't like me too much. From
But
last time.
Neres, we're the duo, brother.
Yeah,
What do
but-
you think?
Just give it a shot.
What do you think will happen when both of
Brock-
us go up against him?
Brock is just waiting.
I was young and dumb and a teenager, and
And now you are more mature and stronger
Just
and
give it a
wiser.
shot. We got this.
Enna can just walk, which I mean, if she, a point of inquiry is Enna a well-known goddess? That's something.
You roll me a perception check again.
Shoot. We're
that's
back.
the bad thing. I can't go nowhere because as soon as they see me, go hit the fan.
19!
All right. So you do see it. As you're sitting here trying to wait.
Well, he
for-
told me he was going to get the guy, so I'm being polite, stayed right where he left.
Yeah. And as you're watching for Hercules and them to make up their mind on what they're doing, you catch a twinkle out of your eye and you look over and it's deep within a hole in the ground. Specifically, this hole starts to become sort of like a mountain look.
Mm.
And so it is the entrance into the mountain. You see the twinkling, but that's all you see right then and there. Is just the twinkling that goes on.
Brock makes a mental note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Is his new Cyclopes friend back yet?
No. He's off looking for certain, bro. You're on.
And this is what I get for being polite, isn't it? Are y'all?
I'm
Right.
coming.
Yeah.
Anna's gonna go.
Neres, do you want to stay put?
Okay.
So Neres is going to
Okay.
stay put.
So he knows to listen for the dinner bell.
Yeah.
I'm back there.
Yeah.
All right. So Hercules is going to walk alongside Anna as we're coming up.
Brock's gonna look at them and he's gonna put on that. Glad y'all made it off the shipwreck.
Well, thank you for that, and we are glad to find that you are well too. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Brock just yeah. Brock leap points, like you know how you and me, out of character, you know how you and me will, like do that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Brock points to the cave and go, "Yeah, just twinkle of hope for our safety right now."
And
Does he get what Brock is hitting at?
Yeah, Hercules is going to look over towards where the fingers were gesturing and all that, and he too is going to see that twinkle in the mountain. And so he's going to sort of look over his shoulder and try to make eye contact with Nereis back at the stone. And
Is it a
he's
and
gonna
get-
with his head he's gonna nudge towards the direction of the mountain that you see, and then wink once and all that. And he's gonna start walking that way very slowly.
Yeah, Brock's just wandering now. He's just gonna wander over there.
What
Play
the-
dumb. I'll tell you later, my friend. Just trust me.
Oh yeah, and out of character, I'm letting you set up this backstory. Of what I'm gonna let you decide what I did in my past for them to hate me so much.
But I guess we make it to that where I saw the twinkle at.
Yeah, so y'all are about walking up to the entrance of this mountain at this point, and as y'all are walking up, it starts to become a little more visible inside, but sort of the twinkling happens on the other side with, sort of tunnel. It's down a tunnel on the other side of the mountain, but on this side of the mountain, y'all step forward and y'all stop because it drops down. And upon the drop down is a massive, what looks to be a shrubbed maze.
Can we see how it's laid out from up here?
You can. Yeah.
Brock's time to shine!
Yeah.
Brock. You done?
Yes. And no.
This is Brock's time to shine because, listeners, if y'all have been keeping track about Brock, he likes to draw.
So, yeah.
Brock is going to pull out his sketchbook, look at Hercules and then go, cover me.
Okay.
And he's going to examine it and draw it to the letter in his sketchbook.
Okay. Hercules still looking around, just making sure nobody's coming up and all that.
Done.
Okay. Hercules says, well, in order to get to the other side to see what that is, I think we need to drop down and enter this maze.
Yeah. I'm glad I can play the dumb farm boy so well.
And so, it's going to hop down. So, it drops down.
Is it like you gotta jump?
Yeah, you got to jump down.
Brock, is it the last one to jump?
Yeah.
And Brock just goes,
As y'all are done with the
look, she's,
bomb now.
with all due respect to Gabby who plays Enna is fragile.
Yes.
So Brock, being
She's squishy.
the nice guy, catches Enna so that way she doesn't break an ankle or something. There you go, Enna.
Thank you. Now, shall we?
Y'all better be glad I actually have an artist in mind.
Let's see if we can see which path hopefully will direct us to whatever is shining up there.
At this point, y'all look up. After y'all turn around to see the maze, y'all look up. And the walls of these mazes are about 20 to 25 feet in the air. And very tall. And there's one path that y'all can head down right now. And all y'all see is nothing but green.
Well, it's a good thing Brock made that sketch of the layout, isn't it?
Alright, let's go.
Brock opens his bag of holding, pulls out his sketchbook, and is following this.
Shall we follow you then? Are we following behind?
So, y'all start taking, yes, everybody's following now. So, y'all start taking this, and y'all start going down. Y'all start going down the path, and upon y'all's first path, it becomes the dead end. You can either go left or right.
Well, which way is the correct? Because Brock, like I said, sketch the entire thing.
Alright, so
So which way did you say?
I said I was asking you because remember Brock sketched it. You said we could see the entire layout.
Yep. So Brock, which way?
Oh. Left.
All right. So Hercules takes the left and he starts trudging along, head first.
Yeah.
About 10 feet ahead, you can take another left, or you can keep going about 10 more feet. So 20 feet total and take a right.
About 20 feet and take a right.
All right. So Hercules keeps trudging on and takes that right. And as soon as he takes the right, there's 3 ways immediately that you can take: left, straight, or right. Straight looks like it could be dead end, but there might be a path up there. Left looks like it may go left, and then you'd have to take another left. Right looks like you go right and take another right.
Looks like might be best to take that right.
okay, let's go.
All right, so everybody turns right. Now, it's about at this point that as y'all are trudging forward, y'all take about 10 steps forward, on the right path, and you hear just rumbling under the ground, shuffling and all that.
Get back, get back.
Y'all stop, and Hercules sort of turns around and says, "We can't go back.
The maze is shifted, isn't it?
The maze has shifted. This is a shifting maze." So,
Brock's time to shine turned into this moment of blunder.
so at this point, Hercules turns back forward and says, "Unfortunately, there's only one thing we can do."
You're lucky I'm trying to keep my composure because I'm just start hacking through this place.
I wouldn't do that. If it shifts, who else knows what it could do? And so he takes out his sword, actually, and he starts walking forward with haste.
Yeah. Brock. Club.
He's going to trudge forward, and Hercules is going to take that right, but as soon as he takes the right,
It's gone.
there's a dead path right there. He comes back out and looks to his right. There's now a dead path there. And then, of course, looks to the left. And where y'all originally came from is no longer there. But
Straight.
back, he sees a little bit past where he had just walked by is a new opening. So Hercules starts trudging for that opening.
Brock,
Y'all go.
Brock is,
Go ahead.
as Brock and Ed are trying to catch up with Hercules, he goes, now would have been a really good time to be a child of the meter.
Yeah. It's about at this point, y'all start feeling the ground vibrate. But it's in intervals.
Can Brock get a count on these intervals?
Yeah.
What is it? One, two, 1, 1, 3. Is that correct? 1, 1, 3, 4. I probably misheard it.
1113.
1, 1, 1, 3. So shift. One shift, one shift, one shift. This ain't my first rodeo out of character with spinning mazes.
Yeah. Hercules walks through that opening. Maze.
Wait.
And he stops where he is.
Brock catches up. Brock and I'm gonna say Ennis right along with Brock. Hercules, I figured something out about this maze. It'll shift one path once, 3 times in a row. Then it's gonna change 3 paths at once. No, she's not.
And so at that point, Hercules looks back forward and says, "Understood. In that case, we need to hurry." So he comes out of that opening onto a brand new path.
Alright.
The brand new path, you can go left or right, and as of right now, there are 2 right paths going to the left, and then to the right, there's 1 left path.
Nice. Go left. Let's take that first one on the left.
So Hercules takes the left and then takes the first right out of there. And when he goes up there, it's sort of a courtyard looking area. Y'all have found the center of this maze.
Alright, right to the center, which means we covered half of it.
Now, there are 7.
Oh my god,
that y'all can
JP!
take. However, as you have said before, shifting occurs. And so one of those paths has not closed down. That would be your immediate left has closed down.
We got a few seconds on before 2 more close, and then all 3 more will close. We can either wait and see what it does, or we can take that one of these paths.
Farm boy, make me a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Constitution saving throw real quick.
Why? What did I do?
What you roll plus your modifier has to beat your armor class.
Well, it does that.
It does that?
Yeah, because I have my saving throw proficiency are strength and con.
Okay.
So plus 8, plus 8 plus 14, that is 22.
Okay. So y'all hear sort of within the next path over, y'all hear something like, what does that smell?
Oh God.
And you hear another voice that responds just like that. It responds.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It responds, quit following your nose. You know you can't follow the nose. And so it's going to, they're just basically, whatever the voices were, going to go back to what they were doing and all that.
Which path was that?
That was the very right path.
Why do I got a bad feeling that's the correct option?
Hercules says, I don't know, at this point, if they're all changing, anything could be right.
You know what? No, she probably ain't listening, but maybe now would be a good time for some help.
Do you want to try to call for that help?
No, because I don't want to waste it. She'll come in handy later. But
Yeah.
at the same time, she'd be handy with something like this, the green.
Yeah, she would be.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to see if she'll give me some wisdom.
Okay.
But is that just a flat 20?
Do a wisdom check, yep.
Wisdom. Alright. Bro, y'all better pray Brock gets high because he has a +0 to wisdom. Yeah, it probably didn't work because I got 13.
No. At
Please
least,
call again
it
later.
is not the best. It is not the best. The only thing that happens at this point that could be somewhat of trying to be of help from the meter is that when y'all look up above the opening of the actual maze and all that, what y'all can see up, you can see that over here to your left, not too far, was the cliff that y'all had dropped down.
We need to go right. I know it's a risk running into those guys, but that's got to be the path we take.
Okay, let's
Well,
go.
over to your right, there are 2 paths.
Ugh.
You got a left path and a right path.
Which one did I hear the voices from?
The right, the very far.
Let's go to the left.
And Brock walks down out of the 2 right paths, the one that's on the left. You know what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one Brock leads.
So Hercules starts to follow and all that and going down that left path. And right in front of y'all is a dead end, but y'all have a left turn that y'all can take.
And Brock is whispering to him, there hasn't been another change. And Brock goes, come on. And Brock hangs that left.
Hangs that left. As soon as you hang that left, you immediately can only go right.
Oh God.
So go around that right corner. As soon as you go around that right corner, you've got free roam for about 50 feet.
Come on, quickly.
Hercules starts to pick up his pace behind
So
Brock
down.
as Brock's going.
Yeah, Brock is.
I'm guessing Nere's is on their left.
He's sitting there playing with he's playing with his daggers.
You're just following behind, just waiting.
Mhm.
I'm still at the ship, so I'm just waiting.
Oh, you're still at the ship?
Yeah, he never came.
Oh, okay. Well, perfect. Well,
You broke the rule.
yeah.
The rule
Thank
that
you.
you got mad about in session
Thank you for telling me that.
2.
I told you that from the beginning.
Thank you for reminding me then. Because I thought you were with them for some reason, but thank you for reminding me. That'll come in handy in just a moment. Alright. So as
Anna
y'all
was
are
supposed to stay with me, but Anna was supposed to stay with me, but she abandoned me.
Yep.
Woohoo! The whole party goes, you go too!
started going forward, y'all probably gotten about 25 feet down the way. And immediately shrubbery changes and all that. Behind you is closed off now. In front of y'all still have another 25 feet and all that. But looking up, you can see that twinkle on the other side.
Come on.
Let's go.
Tunnel is.
Brock is using his full sprint now.
And as you get about 10 more feet, the last 10 feet of that straightaway closes up.
That aggravates Brock a little. Not
Y'all got an opening that opens up at the right.
Come on, quickly.
All right, so when that shrubbery opens to the right, y'all have a left, and then
that left.
and then a further down left.
We do that.
The further down left,
Well, no, we do the immediate left because
the immediate left. Okay, and as soon as y'all all round that left, right in front of you, are two boulder-looking figures and all that. And Hercules sort of bumps into one of them and all that, and it turns around and is like, "What is this we have here?" And looks down and is just like trying to examine Hercules and all that. And he's like,
Thank
"Scavengers? Wanderers?
Wanderers.
We haven't seen any of you for ages. What are you doing here?"
Jesus. Brock is staying quiet, but Brock remembers that they, for some reason, like him. So he goes, "We were just wandering, and we wound up in the maze, my friends."
Well, I mean, anyone who's coming here into the mountain knows about the maze, or at least they should. See, this maze is the maze of change. Not only is it the maze of change, but people can get lost in here forever if they're not careful. Cyclopes, we don't have any worries about that. See, we're pretty tall in itself, so we can peer over the maze and see where we have to go, but you wanderers, y'all are like fresh meat for the maze. And Hercules sort of like looks up a little bit and trying to disguise his voice is like, "What maze? What do you mean? What do you mean meat?"
Brock goes, "Well, we got lucky, I talked to one of your friends earlier about trying to help you out with your island. He was looking for somebody named Zerk."
"Oh, you must be talking about Arnett."
"Yes."
"Arnett, he's such a whimsy individual."
"Well, I told him a way to fix the part of the island that's dying.
"Part of the island that's dying?"
The desolate side of the island that is
Oh.
uninhabitable."
"Well, me and my wife," and he gestures to his wife. She turns around, full beard and all that, one eye is just looking at you. "How do you do?" He just sits there. "We haven't seen up there for a very long time. See, we manage down here. We work down here.
"Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, so we upkeep the maze. We maintain its, healthy ordinances so that it can continue to do as it does. Usually, it's funny though, the maze won't change unless there's trespassers it is unfamiliar with. So it's very odd what we've run through today. See, it just happened earlier today too.
"What do you mean?"
Oh, well, there was another funny-looking fellow that came through here and all that. And
Real quick, can I get a description, like, out of character? Tell me how,
well, you can ask them; they'll tell you.
person. Can you describe what he looked like?
Well, yes, he's a sort of looked like a lanky fellow, very chiseled. He's got somewhat of longer brown or I guess black hair of sorts.
Did he have what looked like a Biden with him, per se?
Didn't look like a Biden to us. Looked more like just a normal staff. And all that. He just said he was traveling here just to get used to the island of Paraset, wanted to pay it a visit, always heard it in lore. So, I mean, of course we welcome him here and all that. We were glad to help him in any way. He seems so nice.
Did he... I know. Brock, that isn't in character, Brock. I'm trying to think.
But wouldn't the Cyclops know who Perseus
Yeah,
is?
they would know who Perseus is.
Not if he was disguised like Hercules.
Oh, yeah. Well, did he take anything of note?
No, not that we know of. He was just rummaging through the maze. I mean, he took, supposedly according to Arnett, he took, a little stroll outside. Arnett showed him everywhere out there and brought him into here. And he wanted to come have a taste of the maze and, walk through it and all that and see what it was about. And so he did. We ran into him. He was a very nice fellow and all that. And then he went up there and he points to the tunnel.
May we go up there?
Well, of course.
Thank you.
As long as it doesn't shift on you again, all you must do is just go down this way right here. When you go down this way, there's going to be a stairwell that leads right up to the entrance of that tunnel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so Hercules is going to start stepping forward, and they hear a little bit of clanking, but they sort of like look up and turn around for a second, then sort of shrug it off and go back to what they're doing.
That was close.
How good is their hearing?
It's not good.
Brock gets right beside Hercules. That was a risky move, keeping your weapons out.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that we were going to run into them immediately, but luckily, as soon as we saw what they were and all that, as they were investigating you at that last second, as you were talking with them, I sort of tried to slide it back into the holster. I didn't know, so.
Good deal. Let's get a move. And we can make it up the staircase. Please say we can get up the staircase.
So y'all go to the very end of this, and when y'all go to the very end of this, y'all take a left, and there is the exit to the maze. This stairwell that goes up is about 35 to 40 feet.
Brock.
And right as y'all get to the bottom of the stairwell, y'all look up, and you see some figure that's cloaked at the very top of the stairs, but they immediately turn right and start going down the tunnel.
Brock looks at these y'all two. Well, Hercules and Anna goes, "Be right back. Y'all come with y'all. I don't care." And he's booking it. Because guess what he's doing as he's running?
I'm guessing getting out his
The toy.
All right. Well, yeah, no, Hercules isn't going to stay by. That would be completely
We're
foolish of him
going.
to let you go in on its own. So Hercules starts trudging up
Anna's
the
gonna follow
stairs
behind.
too.
Anna, now you're president here, by the way. And he hands Anna her crossbow.
Thank you.
Am I just a pack mule now?
Maybe.
Wow, when it should be him.
That was completely racist.
Well, more species.
Fucking centaurs.
That'd be more species to this.
All right. So
But we get up there, and is this the cloak figure still there?
yeah.
Is he the only one up there?
No.
Oh man.
So the cloaked figure is going to turn around, and y'all recognize the eyes that are underneath that hood. Y'all recognize the hair that flows down.
You better be clever, PG channel.
Yep. And he's just going to give a smirk.
Hey,
And he's going
Perseus.
to point down the tunnel, and he said, "That's them right there. That's the ones.
Huh?
They are the ones who want to kill me." And you hear rumbling.
Cyclops, or Cyclopes.
A cyclop. This cyclop is in full weaponry and sort of armor of
God.
itself.
Brock. God, I hope he has good hearing.
Ring it.
Brock pulls out the bell, realizes he didn't bring anything to ring it with, and goes, "Screw it."
Oh, it hits it pretty hard. All right.
Do I hear?
Roll for it.
Please, 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 please. Would that be perception?
Yes.
12 plus 2.
14.
You barely hear it. You barely hear the bell go off from the distance
Can I tell where
inside.
it's coming from?
You
You
hear
knew
it
where we
coming
were
from the
going.
mountain.
We told you.
And you
So-
hear it barely going on.
So I'm looking.
All right.
Brock
So you're
goes.
looking it.
Brock kind of
At that
shakes
point,
his head and throws the bell back in his bag.
At that point,
I
he's
just
going-
alerted every other Cyclops.
He is
God.
going to say, "Amar, do your worst."
Hey, Perseus.
He's going to stop and say, "Are you referring to me? I'm afraid I have no knowledge of that name." And
It's
then
not
just start
Perseus.
walking.
Hey, Adam. Brock is thinking rationally, but he's also he's trying to play dirty. If Perseus is going to play dirty, Brock's gonna play dirty. Don't piss off the farm boy.
Go ahead.
Brock's gonna throw a javelin to take his cloak off.
Huh?
Brock is throwing a javelin to rip his Perseus's cloak off.
Okay. That's going to initiate initiative and go ahead.
Well, wait, we're in initiative anyway. He's gonna pull a Cyclops on us.
Yeah, but the Cyclops hadn't attacked y'all yet.
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't
fair.
attacked Cyclops yet.
Yeah.
But since you just threw a javelin, you have initiated.
You want me to roll to see if I take off?
Lord Jesus.
That is a 19.
19. Okay.
Do I take his cloak off? Reveal who he really is?
No. So. So.
Wait, a cloak wouldn't be a part of this. Whatever.
When you throw the javelin out of nowhere, as it's getting right up on the figure's going to turn around, catch the javelin in the air, and drop it down to the side, and say, "I have things to attend."
Like your own funeral, mark my
What
words.
if
Maybe all in due time.
could I charm him?
Well, sure, go ahead. If we're going to do this, let's just go ahead and roll initiative. You're already first since you made the first throw.
Hey!
Roll for initiative.
Is it D20?
Yep.
18.
All right, so what are you trying to charm?
Trying to charm him and to tell him. I mean, what do you think?
Make him
Tell-
reveal who he is.
Yeah.
Reveal is who he really is.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna charm him.
Where's your charm? Show me. Charm person?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you charm him. Go ahead.
So, who are you?
Who are you really?
No, you
Who
pretty
are
much
you?
tell him to take. You tell him
Tell-
to reveal who.
Reveal to me who you are.
He's going to take off his cloak. It's going to be Perseus. Perseus is standing right
What are
behind
you doing here?
Oh, well.
You should have got him to speak his name. That way the Cyclops knows who he is.
Speak your name. Who are you?
You can't be helping her with that, son. Shut your mouth. And I'm going to elect to ignore that she asked that. Yeah. So he's going to answer your first question, what are you doing here? And he's going to respond back, I'm merely paying a visit to Paris to look for items of interest.
What kind of items of interest?
Items of interest that could be beneficial to all. To not only the Cyclopes, but to the gods, to us here in the realm, the
Oh,
mortals.
what is your name?
My name.
Your name.
Oh, well, everyone knows who I am.
Who?
Percy.
He's using his. Oh, I can't say anything.
Percy? Huh. Kind of sort of sounds like Perseus. Is that
Why?
some sort of nickname you go by?
Why do you speak of that name?
Because that's very similar.
It is very
I
similar.
haven't-
You are right. Perhaps my name once was Perseus. I don't know. But, I mean, all my family's ever called me was Percy, so. And all of my friends. And
Can
everything
you,
of that nature.
Are you able to take me to these items?
Oh, well, I surely cannot. I cannot take you to the
Then
items.
who can?
Oh, perhaps this lovely fellow, if you're able to talk to him. Amar, they want to go see this item. If they come past you and all that, it's completely fine if they're able to beat you, but allow me to be able to continue on with the work I came here to do. And he's going to turn around and he's just going to start
Thank you.
going. Oh, of course.
Brock is you. Hercules notices that eye twitch
Rage.
is back, and they can tell Hercules not him. Can tell him to uncork that bottle.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, you have fun with the maze by yourself.
What was your initiative roll?
You told me not to roll because you were having to go first.
Okay, so you were first. You were second, all that. Percy is not in this. Perseus is not in this battle, but the Cyclops is now.
Oh gosh.
And the Cyclops is going to take about
I
3
tried.
steps forward and try to kick Hercules.
Hurt.
It is going to be a 16, which does not hit. So Hercules sees it coming, and as he sees the foot, like, sort of rearing back and all that, He's going to sidestep.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
He's going to sidestep to the side, and as the foot comes slamming down and all that, right there in between you and Hercules and Enna, the wind gust from it is going to blow Hercules' cloak back. And Amar is going to see and go, Hercules, tell me why I shouldn't kill you right now. Hercules is just going to look up and be like, because he can't. And he's going to try to take a slice with the sword at the leg of the Cyclops.
Wait!
And he is going to hit the Cyclops.
Oh. Defuse the situation.
That is going to be 6 damage to the Cyclops.
I was going to try to defuse the situation.
Well, what's the initiative? The
Brock and
Brock, Enna, Cyclops, Hercules.
Brock was trying
Amar is the name of the Cyclops.
Brock was about to try to defuse the situation.
I
You
spell
could
them all.
still technically try to.
Hey,
AMAR.
And Hercules.
Did the Cyclops go to a knee or anything?
How much?
No.
How much?
It
does
stepped back.
How much
It's a
does
little
the
bit more than
Cyclops
that.
has?
What, are you talking about initiative, the Cyclops?
No, didn't he just take damage?
Yeah, he
6.
took damage. He took 6 damage.
So what was his
What's his hit
original?
points?
Pull it up real quick. Hit points, 138.
Holy hell!
Holy. Okay.
So right now he's at 132.
And now it's back to Brock, right?
Yep, back to Brock right now.
Brock, gonna go. We're not doing this. Brock uses the holster that he has for the new weapon, puts it on the side, and gets in between Hercules and Amar. And goes, wait! Amar, why do you have issue with the gods? I'm not going to swing at you. I want to talk. Please. I'm not a god. I'm not even a demigod. I'm just a mortal man.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, too. Okay, Mama.
I gotta admit though, I don't know where I just pulled that speech out of, but I pulled it. Ow.
Freaking hyena.
30-20.
Okay, so Amara is going to stagger back a little bit from that slice as you're saying all this, but he's going to stand straight up and look at you and basically say, why don't you ask him why the Cyclopes hate him?
Okay. Hercules, what did you do?
Hercules said,
Technically, Hercules didn't do nothing.
Shut up.
Hercules said, it is not what I have done. It is what my duo, my tandem, did a long time ago.
Brock does this first. Amar, can I make a deal with you, please? We will cease this fight right now. And I promise to help you fix what's going on with your island. If you let us pass. Please.
Amara's going to look down at you and be like,
I have nothing to gain from this. I have nothing to lose.
he's going to look
Except
down at
my
you and
life.
he's like, it's not just what's out there.
Then let me help.
You think that you could possibly reforge the statue of our Father Lord here at Paraset
I like
in
it.
the middle of the maze in which your two friends decided to destroy upon their first time here? Disrespecting the Cyclopes' legacy.
Well, how about this then? Let me try. That's all I ask. If I fail, you can take my life. How about that?
Judge, if you will. We may not be the smartest, but we know where our legacy starts and where it will end.
I know.
None of you will make it alive if you don't fix it.
Deal.
Hercules is sort of just going to side-eye you and be like, what? And about that time, Nereus comes trudging up the stairs and all that. And
You're an idiot.
what'd I do?
You know what you did.
Hercules looks over at you and is like, kind of told him.
All right.
Amar's gonna look at you.
Amar, we have a deal. Destroy
Amar's
it.
gonna be like, so we have the other here now. That's perfect. Hey, Buki.
Honestly,
Brock punches him. Brock punches him. Please.
Roll for it.
What's your AC?
19.
Good. Because I'm worked my backside off trying to defuse the situation. You doing that crap ain't helping. 22.
It hits.
Shut up, Neres. You can go ahead and just kill him, please. I'm going to go fix your statue because I'm a man of my word.
Or it says, I won't kill anyone until that statue is either fixed or not fixed.
All I need is some mortar and I can fix it.
Mortar.
Statue, stone, correct?
Yeah. We don't have mortar here, but we've got plenty of stones outside to chisel away at.
Brock's going to think for a second. Brock is smarter than some people.
No, I'm just an asshole. I'm smart.
Yeah, and it's gotten us in this situation.
Hercules is sort of sheathed his sword at this point because he
And
trusts
Neres
what
ain't
Brock's
even got
doing.
his weapons out. So Neres just said, hey, Buki, because he ain't seen him in a while. And
Brock. Yeah, and Brock is...
Brock's already at that twitching phase and all that, so he's trying to get
I
out
was
of
just
the twitching
saying,
phase.
hey.
Brock may have taken the hey Buki as in a, oh, you want to fight? Okay, come in. That may be what Brock's
Yep,
thinking
that's... You hit the nail on the head.
That's just what I called him.
Brock's going to think, okay, I can do this. Nere's Enna. Go look on the island. I need clay. Hercules, go get me some sand.
Okay.
About 2 buckets of it.
Hercules is going to point ahead and be like,
How?
do you not think that somebody should try to go after Egypt?
You know what? Fine. You can. If you feel so inclined.
At least to try and stall him until you get done with your sculpture, your masterpiece.
Well, do you want that or you want to sit here and fight? Because all you're doing is repeating a cycle that we can break.
And Hercules is going to go up to you and be like, if we lose that artifact,
Then go get it.
then I will. And he shoves you and
Hey,
then starts
chill.
heading his way that way.
Hey guys, we need to keep
I'm
this
going with
simple.
Hercules.
Okay, don't help me. You too.
I got it.
Thank you.
Hercules is going to go forward.
Okay, then apparently his little minion's going with him.
And I'm
The,
going to get.
The horse
What?
rump is going after him.
So, Brock is at the broken statue, examining the pieces. How screwed up is this statue?
Statues.
Is it not bad?
It's got an arm. It's got part of the chest
Missing?
portion missing. It's got
Is it nearby,
half the face missing.
though? It's nearby, though.
Yeah, it's back down in the maze. You have to
That's
go
where
back
I'm-
to the maze.
And and while we're heading after Perseus, I'm gonna say, it's nice seeing you, Buki.
Brock is... And then I made it back into the maze.
Yeah, y'all made it back to the
Can,
maze.
what's the name of the two that we met at before we went up the staircase?
Stop!
2 Cyclopes.
You're talking about Harold being one.
Harold.
And
Harold.
his wife, Jezebel.
Just.
Harold, I need a favor, my friend. Please.
Or yes, anything.
Can you help her through the maze to get back to the top side, please, and help her get back to the center? I'm gonna help y'all, and I'm gonna fix your statue.
Oh, that's been one of the things we've been so scarce at trying to fix. We didn't know how to. How do you know how to do this?
I grew up on a farm, but I also learned how to work with stone.
He's an artist.
I'm also that too.
Oh, well, come quickly. Yes, I'll show him. I'll be right back.
And
Jess, can you help? I know the maze is gonna shift again. Can you help me get to the center, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
And so y'all are doing y'all's thing. This will take
One heck of a roll, won't it?
about 3 rounds
Up there.
of the bout that we're about to have.
I'm sorry, but Brock is mad right now. He realizes that his own ally withheld information from him.
For viewers who do not know, Brock is so mad right now that Joe's so mad that Joe ripped his shirt and he ripped it clean off.
No,
Like he was in WWE, bro.
No, what happened was I was
but
trying.
so I destroyed their statue. That's what I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So out of character, let me explain what happened.
Would you stop hitting me?
You didn't destroy it amongst like rubble and all that, but you broke off integral pieces that made the sculpture what it was.
But real quick, out of character.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep myself quiet to not metagame. I was biting my shirt so hard I ripped it. I then got mad because of what Robbie's character, aka Nere's, did, that I ripped my shirt. So we're going full shirt out off for the rest of this session.
Hair, chest, and all.
Yep. But real quick before we jump back to Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Brock's gonna examine and go, I got 2 routes here. I can either try to make my own ground and concrete mix so I can fix it, or I can resculpt it. One will take longer than the other. I already have that as a backup. Okay, I got this.
Alright, and it's about this time that Jez is getting you to the circle, and y'all look up and you see that she is already out of the mountain, like up past going out of the mountain and all that to go get it.
Thank you, Miss Jez.
Fast forward. We, Hercules and Nere's, running to the edge, and there is sort of like a medium-sized corridor. It's probably about 25 feet wide by 20 feet deep. So it's a good bit of room to rustle around in there and all that. And at the very center of the room is a sort of like a column stand. It's embezzled with jewels. But amongst the stand lies the harp
of Apollo.
And of course, right there at the stand is the cloaked figure just caressing the harp and saying, I do treasure this a lot. For you will help in bringing safety to the world. You will secure the destiny of all of us. Your part will be played. No pun intended, my friend. And he's going to look up over the harp and see that both of them have entered. And he's sort of going to give it a smirk and walk around and say, my friends.
What's up, cuz?
What you doing here?
Oh, I'm coming here to whip your ass.
Oh. Is that right, Nere's? Nere's, even before you couldn't do such a thing.
If you say so, Bookie.
Mookie, I guess he does that to anybody he's antagonized by. So, at that point, Hercules is going to withdraw his sword.
And while Hercules does that, I cast Shield of Faith over me and Hercules.
Okay.
Basically, what Shield of Faith does, its duration is concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's a shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, me and you, granting it +2 bonus to AC for the duration. So we have +2 to our AC for 10 minutes.
For you and Hercules?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
So our armor class. So now my armor class is a 21, and yours is
a 20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I had to go get more water.
So at that point, the staff has been sort of leaning up against the podium over there and all that. He's going to come around with the staff, and the staff itself is going to morph back into the bind. So he says, if you wish to try something, I suggest doing it.
I don't come to dogs, they come to me.
Yeah.
Very clever. He's going to stamp the staff down, and he's going to try to thunder wave back that way.
Which he can do as a job of Zeus.
It's going to be a 22.
Ooh.
He hits both of us, see?
Yep. So that thunder wave. It's going to be 5.
Does it paralyze like it does in Pokemon?
No.
I'm sorry,
No,
I had to.
No, but the thunder wave is going to knock them back into the walls. So.
Does Brock hear this?
I'm at 47.
Okay.
Tell him so.
Then Hercules is at 45. So. Right?
I'm rolling initiative now, or
Yep. I'll roll for Hercules too.
18 plus 4 for me. So
22.
So 22.
22.
So it'd be Perseus.
17. What's your? So it's Hercules' initiative.
I just rolled it for.
Oh, I thought you told
You
me.
got a
roll.
21. You got a 21.
So it'd be Perseus, Nereus, Hercules.
Yes.
Oh, I was just saying, it's that way you can write it.
Alright, so yep, so you've hit the wall and all that, come back down. Doesn't really, the impact sort of bugged y'all, shocked y'all for a second, but y'all are back up to your feet immediately. Adrenaline is coursing through y'all. So
All right, my turn.
yep.
Oh, let's see here. I'm about to throw my javelin.
You ain't got your...
17 plus 8.
Plus 8 does hit. Yep.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
4 plus 5 damage.
Okay.
9.
Okay.
So
So
what's
you
Perseus' damage at?
200.
Oh.
no wonder. That's what you were telling me earlier.
200 minus 9, that's...
192.
192.
No, 191.
91.
Excuse me.
I wonder if we can get it to 66.
I don't know, we'll see.
So you throw that javelin. That javelin does go right into the arm of Perseus and all that, and it actually sticks there. Perseus is like, oh,
That's for you, Bookie.
takes it, rips it out,
You need...
and then throws it down beside him, and says, "All right." Looks at Hercules. Take your best shot. So Hercules is going to take his sword, and he's going to run up to Perseus.
Ram.
And try to slide and slice at Perseus' stomach.
No.
Which he does.
Oh!
So, 15 plus 8 is 23.
So,
He barely gets it, but he does.
190. You ain't done the
So,
damage.
I haven't done the damage yet. So he goes up and he goes to slice and all that. That is going to be a d8 plus 4. So 7 damage.
191 minus 7 is...
184.
Yes.
And so with that slicing damage, he gets sliced and he's like,
Wait,
all right, y'all came to play.
Doesn't
And he's
Herc
going to
have
turn to
extra attack?
Hercules. Huh?
Doesn't Hercules have extra attack?
He's not going to do it right now.
I think
If I'm trying to be Perseus, I'm going to wait for that. For the opportune moment.
Actions.
Because I thought you were going to...
Oh, I forgot about my daggers.
Mm-hmm. You do have daggers.
Got my daggers.
That's absolutely right, yeah. So he's going to turn around to Perseus. And Perseus is going to turn around to Hercules. And with the staff, he's going to wear the staff back, the body, and try to smack Hercules. How much did you say that was?
Huh? What?
How much did you say it rose it up to? It rose it up to, right? The AC?
Yeah. So you're at
so
20.
his was at 20. Okay. So that was a 21. So he's going to hit Hercules.
Oh, that's so high.
It's Perseus we're talking about, brother.
The most legendary of the demigods.
Yeah, but he still should just have regular rolls.
Not if he has other artifacts that he's using.
These artifacts are custom made on the channel, on the D&D Beyond, to fit what they would be in the God's world. So, for example, the God's weapon that he has, the Bident, gives a +10. That's why I'm trying to have y'all not fight him right now until y'all get y'all's God's weapons
I don't get one. So cool.
that you know of.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, out of character. Anyways, back in character. He's going to smack and take 10 damage from Hercules.
What was Hercules' original?
Hercules was 50. He lost 5 a minute ago, and now he's lost 10.
So he's at 40.
No, he's at 35.
35.
He's at 35. Make sure that don't fall back down because I don't.
Yeah, because that will cut us. That's sharp.
That longer one of that one up there and all that. When we were trying to set it up originally,
Who
came down.
got cut?
Nobody got cut. No.
It almost failed.
It almost fell. I can't remember who it was, but one of us acted really quickly to catch it.
What?
But he he smacks Hercules. Hercules goes flying back onto the ground and all that, and you actually see for the first time in a long time, Nerees, when Hercules looks up, when he spits blood.
Mm-hmm.
Perseus is going to look back to you.
I'm about to throw one of my vicious daggers at him.
Go ahead.
And remember, if I roll a 20, it's a plus 7 damage.
All right, and both of y'all be looking to make sure he does roll a 20.
14 plus 8.
No.
22.
22?
That's not
That's
it.
not it.
Hold up, I just hit.
With a 25.
Oh.
I'll give you this. He's at a 23.
And me?
So
All right.
you threw it, and it wisps right by his head, which he has to literally duck out of the way and turn and all that. With how fast it's coming, with how precise it's coming, he literally had just a split second to be able to move out of the way. He moved, and he's like, looks back at you. At that point, Hercules is getting up, and he's trying to run up behind him, which gives Hercules advantage.
What? Did he fail?
No, the first time he got a 6. Second time he got a nat 20. So, Hercules will hit. And when he comes up behind, he slices the back of Perseus.
So I'd be
He's going to give him 9 damage.
184 minus 9 is
175.
Getting them pretty.
That was
Pretty quickly for just 2 of y'all. Imagine if the other 4 come in. Remember, this is the second round. No.
Yeah, the second round of
Yeah,
combat.
this is
Record how long they finished the
Second round.
rotation.
I told them it would take 3 rounds
For me to
of
fix it.
bout for them to fix if they needed to.
Next. Who's
Right,
next? Percy?
Hercules just went, so
So
now it's
Perseus.
Perseus' game. Perseus is sort of going to, like he's squirming now. That was unexpected, came from out of the blue and all that. Sliced him in the back. So I'm like, stop this now! Stop it! And he slams the staff down. He's going to try to slam the staff down.
Fell.
It's going to be 26.
Shoot.
But he's not damaging y'all with this hit.
He's trying to get away.
When he slams it down, all he's doing is just blasting any character that's within like 20 feet of him
Which is Hercules.
back another 10 feet.
So that's Hercules.
How far? Because I ain't moved. I'm
You haven't moved. So you're right at the wall anyways, pretty much.
so it doesn't
So
affect me.
it's not going to affect you.
Okay.
But it
Hercules.
does knock Hercules back 10 feet away from
Does that
Perseus.
damage him?
No.
No, it
It
doesn't
just-
damage. All he was doing was just blasting to move people back. It's sort of like think of a body shiftment. He's just shifting the bodies. So
All right. Well, I'm going to do another vicious dagger.
okay,
Me, there's that.
That's 4 plus 8. That don't hit.
it is not.
But you do have extra attack, don't you?
I do. I think. Hold up.
If you got extra attack,
I would advise using it. I'm not telling him what to do. I'm just advising.
yeah, no. If he wants to, he can do it and he can save it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with your character, don't you have bonus attack on every roll that you make?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize.
Yeah.
All right.
So you got bonus attack on every roll that you make.
Hey, Bob.
Now!
That's
It
a,
is
is
a
nat
nat
20.
That's one.
Plus
All right.
8, so 28.
All right. So that's critical.
What do you roll for that?
D4 plus 5, and then it's going to be plus 7 to whatever this is.
So hold on.
4 plus 5 plus 7.
Well, I ain't rolled the
Well,
D4.
he's got to roll the d4,
And it's
4 plus 5.
which is
Plus
9
7.
plus 7 is
Plus
16.
But
so
wouldn't the 4 be double because of being a nat 20 for double critical damage?
I mean,
Or not with that weapon in particular?
well, I thought we were under the impression that
Oh,
with
yeah.
criticals and all that, you
Okay.
roll twice to take the higher.
Oh,
And
yeah,
since
that's
he
right.
since he already rolled the highest on there, he doesn't have to roll
Okay.
a second
So, yeah,
time.
so 16.
175 minus 16 is
It's going to be 159. You did some major damage to him. So when that dagger stabs, it actually stabs him
Right in the same spot where you hit
No, the sword was right here. Stabs him right here.
Oh.
It pretty much about slices carotid.
Dang.
Like
Should have aimed for the
it
head.
landed right there, and it went through.
What
a
was
little
you
bit of
saying
bone
a
and
while
everything
ago,
like
Mookie?
that. He's gonna look up. He's gonna be like, "I'm tired of this already."
And
He's gonna pull it out himself and all that. Go ahead, Hercules is gonna stand up, and he's going to try to stand up and throw a dagger of his own. And he's going to be trying to aim for the Achilles heel.
oh god. Wait, yeah, that would work.
Sadly, though, it does not hit.
What did he roll?
9.
Wait, isn't he to the
9
back?
plus 8.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
So
He does have, yeah. Okay, now that one does hit.
you're welcome. Hey. Oh wait, Mama, you play the villain in Hercules.
So, 19
Good.
19 plus 8, which is 27. No, 27.
Yeah.
You're right. It does hit. So, that dagger is going to go.
Who you rolling for right now?
Hercules, because as soon
And
as
the damage is 7.
So 159 minus 7 is
152. And it is going to land into the heel.
which means he has half the
Hey, I did throw one dagger and it's over there close to you. So if you was to grab that dagger, I would say that if you rolled a 20 and you had that dagger, it would still work the same way.
Well, I mean, technically, the dagger is not
Well, I'm talking about the one I missed.
the one that you missed. Hercules has it,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or it's nearby Hercules.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Hercules
But
grabs it,
Hercules can pick it up
and
with his
same,
bonus action,
the same thing.
And then
with
extra-
and
fire.
he's going to try to throw at the other Achilles heel.
make it where he can't move.
Neither.
They're just playing ping pong with the dagger.
Yeah, and he's going to try to throw it, but it's going to hit the ground just short and skip up and still come your way a little bit.
So that is turn
That
3.
is turn 3. So now, at this point,
We did it.
forward to y'all real quick.
Brock is exhausted.
You're exhausted.
Not to the point where I can't fight, but it is fixed.
Harold, just being are looking at it and they're like, it's more beautiful than it was before.
I had to resculpt it. I'm sorry I couldn't fix the original.
Fix the original. I think you did better than the original. And they're just so marveled and gazed by it. And they're like, what can we help you do?
The idea was fight.
Shut up. Brock's like, one second. He walks over to a nearby edge of the maze. Alright. Can you help us get back that staircase? I need to talk to Amar.
Of course. Yeah, follow
Anna,
us.
come on.
Let's go.
And so all four.
And he
charging to the
looks at
case
him.
now.
Please tell me you have that water jug I gave you.
Here we go.
He downs the whole thing, dumps the rest on his head.
Y'all going up the stairs right now. And as y'all going up the stairs, Amar stands at the very top and all that. And
I'm a man of my word.
Amar
It is brand new.
Amar looks to you, and Amar looks down at Harold and Jezebine, who nodded at him, like very frantically. And he's like, yes, they did exactly what they said they were going to do. And so Amar says, that I shall be a man of my word.
I need a favor, please.
What would that be?
Perseus is trying to bring back the Titans to destroy all of us, including y'all. Help us take him out right now, please.
He's lying to.
He's
Percy
manipulating
has
y'all.
been manipulating them.
Persuasion check.
Both of us? Or just one?
Is it both of us? Because we both are telling him.
Are you telling him the same thing? Okay, then both of y'all.
Perception and persuasion.
Persuasion.
So, where is it
That
at?
is a 18.
Oh, here it is.
Brock got an 18 because he's
20.
telling the truth and he's
She
exhausted.
got an unnatural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
18.
18. Okay, so both of y'all are able to persuade him.
Well, we're telling the truth. So
Amar doesn't know that.
yeah, he thinks
Because Percy, has been nothing but nice to the Cyclops.
Amar. The other thing is his real name is not Percy. He is Perseus, son of Zeus.
Why would Perseus do something like this?
He has gone mad. I'm trying to help everyone. with all due respect to the gods, I'm looking out for people like
And he's
you.
sort of gonna cut you off and look down the tunnel. The tunnel goes about 100 feet long.
Will you help us?
He's gonna unsheath his sword and say,
Anna,
"Follow me."
arm up.
Anna puts her bow on her shoulder.
Brock,
I'm ready.
guess what? Brock's using it. He's pulling out that new weapon, and he's booking it. He's keeping up with Amar on this one. Because guess what he's already
Where's
unlocking?
Jezebel?
They're staying.
Josephine,
They're not
Josephine.
fighters.
They're not farters.
They're not
Be
fighters.
safe.
I said they're not farters.
Well, that's
They
me.
are farters. They're not.
That's
farters.
me.
You want me to just Jezebel? Please be safe. Or Jezebel.
Josephine. Yeah,
Sorry,
Jez.
Jezebel. Please be safe.
Brock,
You too, darling. You too. And they both like wave at y'all and all that as y'all start.
so did I just unintentionally help them like the gods again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhat. Yeah.
You're welcome.
No. Anyways, y'all are heading down full speed.
You want to know
down
what
this
Brock,
tunnel.
Perseus hears? He just hears this, like,
Girl.
except for out of character, this Braun Strowman just yell of his name from Brock. Because Brock is going immediately into rage. Not Berserk, Barbarian. Well, how does he react to hearing that?
See something. So, right now,
Because, real quick,
As
right
y'all
before he
enter-
does that, Brock looks at Anna. Should I do it?
Do it.
And that's all he needed to hear.
right now, as y'all enter, all of y'all, there are 5 of y'all now.
I did it, Hercules.
Do they need to roll?
Yes, they need to roll initiative. to
And
join.
while we roll, Brock shouts at Hercules, I did it. I rebuilt it for him.
Initiative.
Yes, initiative. It's gonna add that. to
It
the
just
roll.
freaking rolled over.
What
You want me
was
to just
it?
re-roll it?
What was it?
15.
Don't trust me on that.
17.
Everybody else is rolled out.
Dirty 20.
20. Okay. And then I guess I'll just roll for Amar.
So,
Amar
you got
10.
22. You got 21. Hang on. Brock got a
Hey.
dirty 20. What did Anna get?
17.
What did
Amar got 10.
10.
Marsh did last. And whenever Neri sees Amar, hey, Bookie!
Amar's
he is?
Don't make him mad, please.
Nere's, long story short, I fixed their statue. I told him who Percy really is, and he's ready to help.
Oh, yeah, he's a bitch.
And Brock has a sadistic grin looking at Perseus and going, remember me?
It's at this point that Percy's gonna look up and he's gonna be like, give you fair fighting where it's due. He's gonna pull both of the daggers out of his Achilles and all that. He's gonna sort of stand up straight, take that
I
staff,
see you stand.
I don't think
slam it down in front of him.
Who's he going after?
And it works.
what he's teleporting away, isn't he?
No, he's not. He's adding 16 back to his hit points
Ain't no damn way.
as some of these wounds start to heal up.
He is back to 168. What
Yeah,
did I
now-
do?
Now it's 5 of us, so it's more of
By
a chance
y'all, I
to
think
get
he's
him there.
talking about me and Perseus.
But it's 5 of us now, so
There's one.
instead
And
of-
Brock.
So that was
All that
Percy's-
work I just did.
That was Percy's move. That was Percy's move.
So-
So now the
Next
next one should be Nere's
your
again.
turn.
And Brock is eager for this.
I'm
one.
doing another dagger. It's a 17, so it's not going to be the plus 7, but it's
But
17
your
plus 8.
Modifier does hit it. So
Yeah.
it's 25, which hits.
So
Now damage in it.
3 plus 5 damage.
8
Hey.
damage.
So,
So
he's
160.
at 160.
He's at 160 now again. The dagger is going not to stab him this time, but it's going to slice his arm. And when it slices his arm, it's a clean slice. So as soon as it slices his arm, blood starts pouring from his arm. And so he's going to be like,
Oh, and him doing that, he would drop the fire.
Did you drop it?
he's already set the Biden down at this point when the dagger.
And I'll try to get it.
No, we're not in range right now, and that's a
We're
risky
not?
play.
Y'all are right
Okay, then
beside
I'll
me, and
wait.
I'm like
Then I'll
20
wait.
feet
It's
away.
not a, and with
I'll
how your AC is a risky
You're about,
play.
you're about 10, 15.
Because here's the thing,
I'll just wait.
Gabby,
Yeah.
I can take when he hits me right now. I would take half of me being in range.
Okay.
Well, we're all 10 feet away from him, so the only one that's close to him is Cyclopes.
Hercules.
He got blown
He's
back.
got knocked back 10 feet.
Well, he's still close to him.
Well, no.
No.
Yeah, he is because he got knocked back and used the daggers.
Yeah.
Those last
Alright.
times.
Yeah,
So-
mine.
He's about 10 feet behind.
So Hercules.
Yep.
What's up?
Hercules is going to try to rush forward, and he's going to try to take a swing again.
Doesn't hurt. I wish Hercules had range. It would make sense. But
And he's going to hit. Hercules rolled a 26.
What's the damage?
The damage is going to be 8. So when he slices at the back shoulder blade
52.
on the right side of Perseus. And at this point, that cloak has now been all but sliced off of Perseus. So you see Perseus as he is. You see
the war.
what he's wearing. You see the works. You don't see a cloak hiding anything. Everything's visible. And amongst him, you see the great sword.
The sword of Percy. Oh God, no.
The sword of Percy. Keep in mind, this sword also does 10 modifier.
There's also deity based weapon.
So, with that in mind, be careful with everyone. However, at this moment, Hercules seems to be the closest.
But Brock is up.
Brock is up. Go ahead, Brock.
I'm gonna knock your head off. And Brock is like not sprinting. Remember, viewers at home, there's a difference between Rage Brock and Berserk Brock. Rage Brock, thanks to his training with Hercules and Nereus, can control it. Think Gohan. Berserking Brock is Broly. And he just walks up.
What are you in?
Hmm?
What are you in?
Rage.
You're in rage.
Basic rage.
Yeah.
So he has his mind.
Bless
Good.
you.
And he is
Yeah.
swinging as
Okay.
hard as he can.
Try and club him. And
With that
Slice him
that spiked club.
Okay.
Which I can't wait to hit him in the face with. Don't ask me what that sounds. He can attest.
That's one.
And that is a plus. That is 28
My
total.
dice.
28, he said.
28 damage. So
Yeah, no, that's 28 is what I rolled with the nat 20.
Yeah. You didn't even give it a roll. You just let it. Gotta give it some finesse.
That is 9 well, no, I rolled twice on my dice because I got the crit.
Yep. You are.
I'm so glad I rerolled. Because that is 13 damage.
What's 152 minus 13 is.
That is 139.
And Brock hit him.
So, with that hit, that clubbing blow
Have a concussion.
is actually going to knock. It's going to be sort of like one of those action moments where you hit somebody so hard they flip as they fly. You're going to hit him so hard, he's going to smack across the head and he's going to flip as he flies about 10 feet away towards the wall.
I wish I had extra attack, but I don't. It'd be so handy for Brock.
It's all right. As he starts to sort of like wither and like get up a little bit.
I
He's
wouldn't
getting
do
up a
that.
little bit slower and all that. He's bleeding from several
Yeah.
parts of the face.
Yeah, because so the new
where
weapon
the
has-
spikes had engraved in him.
in him now. Because guess what? Brock's right next to the bite it now, isn't he?
Yeah, they're about. Yeah.
It's a risky play.
It's not your turn yet.
You know what I was about to do, don't you?
Is he still charmed from her last charm?
No, because he has taken hits.
No, I'm taking hits. I was not charmed anymore when I went
And
into the
the
ball.
question: if she was to charm him again, she could make him attack himself, right?
That didn't work out the first time she did it with the freaking Hydra.
She can attempt to, yeah, if she wants to.
Keep that in the vacuum.
Okay.
Right now, I would say do the firebolt.
Alright, that's what I'm doing.
Fireball, roll me for fireball.
Because now Brock is going to play keep away with this bite it in part.
Ooh!
What she failed?
Ooh!
Well, would she have advantage because of him basically being concussed from the hit from Brock or no?
He's not concussed. He's
Yeah.
still getting up.
Hey,
You
so
know,
basically, she's the drilling of this campaign.
Hey.
So if you watch the campaign, let's.
Alright, so a 2, when that firebolt is fired, it's going to go past him. He's looking up and seeing it coming, and so it's going to go past him when he ducks out the way a little bit. It's going to hit the wall. When it hits the wall, because of your intent to hit him with such force, that firebolt is going to hit the wall and is going to start to crack the wall.
I need it. I wish it was my turn again. Amar.
It's Amar's turn.
Amar is going to try and step his way up and all that. He's going to take his great club.
Good luck, Mookie.
Shut up.
And he's going to have multiple attacks with the great club. So
Multi-attack.
he's going to try and come down on top.
Great.
No, the first one does not hit.
Do you need to know the stats for?
I've got it.
Oh, you do?
I've got it on my phone. If somebody would stop taking my phone over there while I can keep it up. So the second one. Ooh.
Oh.
The second one does hit. So he tried to go down once. Missed because Perseus tried to roll out of the way. But Cyclops was too quick in coming back with the second one and actually smacks him on the back with the back.
Right where Hercules cut him.
And that is going to be 3d8 plus 6.
Holy crap! My great club was only 1d8.
Well, he's a Cyclops.
Yeah, his great club is different from my great club. His is a tree.
How
What?
much damage?
20 damage.
139 minus 20 is
119.
119. Okay. 1d4.
And now, hey, Brock is playing keep away now. That's Brock's new game. Brock has got to
It's
play keep
Perseus' turn.
Perseus is going to sort of be wearing getting up and all that. But as he's getting up, he's going to unsheathe his great sword. He's going to try to slice at the Achilles of Amar.
the sword of Percy.
24, which does hit.
No! No!
So
Is that the listing?
No. I have.
What is Mars HP at?
Well, I'm just going to write it right here.
his HP is at 138.
How much damage did she just take?
Hold up.
He's a nice guy.
He just took 41 points of
Do we
damage.
have the
97.
Do we have the healing potion still?
I have lay on hands, but I'm not close to him.
And none of us need to get close to
It
that.
can be because for Perseus' bonus action, he's going to rush for the Bident, which means you get counterattack opportunity. But he's going to rush to try and slide underneath you to pick up the Bident.
Hey, batter. Let's play.
Go ahead.
$22. That does not hit because it's 23. So.
Nope, it doesn't. So as you're trying to swing at
Actually, I got cure wounds. It's not like because I think I.
Well, you can cure that wound.
yeah, you can cure Mars' wound. It was just at the Achilles, but it was so deep and so thorough that it sliced his Achilles.
So
he's
I haven't
immobile
physically
right now.
touched him, so.
Amar is immobile right now, so
He's
he
on the
cannot
ground.
move. He's on the ground, like trying to grasp at his ankle and all that. You tried to swing with such great force to try and hit it again, but that last second of dropping down to slide underneath you has allowed him to be able to scoop up the Bident. And with scooping up the Bident, he's going to swing around and try to swipe up at you. And that is going to be a 25.
Yep. Oh, God. Well, Brock's had a good run. Wait, no, it's half.
Yep, it's half. So you're going to take 10 in real time, but 5 only right now.
Okay. All right.
And when you get smacked with it, it sort of does like that smack, you jump up and then land flat against the ground right there.
You son of a bitch.
Percy's standing back up.
Okay. Alright, I'm adding more and I touch his wound. So what it does
So you
is,
move 10 feet to more. Okay.
a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
What's your modifier?
How would it work?
What is it?
For paladins, it is charisma.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a +2.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1d8 plus 2. 3 plus 2.
5.
So Amar gets 5 plus
102.
Huh?
He's at 102 now.
102.
So while he is still low on that hit points,
But
that he gained as
that
much
leg
back,
is fixed.
you have healed his leg to where his leg is closed up and all that and sort of is not bleeding anymore. He's still going to have pain with trying to walk and stuff like that, but he is no longer bleeding profusely, so he can get up. His leg is intact. So Amar's back in it now.
And now I'm going to use my
Bonus action?
Yeah, my bonus action to throw another dagger.
Okay.
I'm about to do something dirty. You're gonna hate it, Gabby.
Oh,
Ooh, 19 plus 8.
it does hit.
So
it brisks right over you as you're lying on the ground. You see the dagger come flying over
Dagger!
you, and it's going to
3
stick
plus,
him.
3 plus 5 damage.
8 damage. So it's
So
going
what's
to
the
stick him
18
in the
minus
shoulder
8?
again.
111. You're about to hate what Brock. As a guy, you're gonna hate what Brock.
Hold up. I will not do it this time. Because he has the ability to. But if something's thrown at him,
He has an opportunity to catch it.
well, no. If he gets hit, he gets hit. But if somebody is within close proximity to him, he has an opportunity to take that weapon, turn it. So
Keep that in mind, please.
I'm not going to because I could have just turned it around and just stabbed him. with
And I would
the
have been
dagger.
dead.
Oh, no.
Knowing my luck, yes.
What's
How
your
close
life
is he?
points at?
Your hit points.
I was at 65, now I'm at 60.
How close is he?
To you? I'm assuming that
You haven't moved.
you haven't moved, so you're still in the entrance, so you're about 10 feet equivalent.
Hey. Oh no,
Because right now, these two right here are the ones that are closest to that
The
pedestal
reason,
right
yeah, the
here.
reason why I say that is
Before you go, it's Hercules' turn.
yeah, I'm talking to her right quick.
Yep.
The reason why is because if he swings at you with that sword, you have what? What's your HP?
34.
34. You would die.
Because he just hit him.
You
off
need to stay in the
before.
back where you're at. Do not move.
So when it's your turn, keep using your cantrips.
Your fire bolts, your
Cantrips, because you can use them all day long.
There's no. Oh, the first one.
The third one. on that list.
Hey, don't forget. Oh, I just forgot about something.
Y'all are in a mountain, surrounded by ground. So,
She has that.
oh, that's the same thing I just rolled in there, so I guess it's meant to be. All right. So Hercules is going to roll a 17. He's going to try to go.
That gum. We're dropping everything now.
He's going to try to go up and slice the arm that is holding the great sword.
To get it out of play.
You have to get it out of play, and he's going to actually successfully roll. He rolled a 25. So, it's going to be 9 damage to Perseus. 9 damage to Perseus, and that sword is going to drop because he sliced downwards.
Wait.
So it sliced the wrist and the back of the hand where he was holding it.
102.
So the sword is dropped
I'm
now.
gonna make a risk play. I got 2 options.
It is your turn.
I got 3 options here. I'm not decided yet. I'm gonna save my 3 options that I realistically have.
Yep.
I can try to hit him in the legs with my club.
Okay.
I can grab his sword and use it against him.
Okay.
Or I can do the dirty play and kick him in the nuts.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide.
Which one do you want to do?
or you hit him in the nose with your club.
You know what? His weapon is overpowered, right?
Great sword, yeah.
Well, great swords are in my wheelhouse.
Uh-huh.
Brock's gonna grab it and he's aiming for him.
You grabbed it? Okay.
Don't you have to attune to it or something?
Ah, you
Alright.
butthole.
And there is no rolling to save. So I'm going to need you to take 10 points of damage. And the second that you pick up that sword, you get blasted back, and the sword goes flying straight to Perseus.
Lord Jesus.
I'm at 50.
So
It's a
upon that,
magical weapon.
you got blasted back. Perseus grabs his sword and stands back up. And with that,
He's probably about to dip, considering how low we got him.
our session is going to end
Because we went
In the middle of a fight.
in the middle of a fight. Next time, y'all will pick back up
and hopefully
the
have
fight,
backup.
as long as Zuri's can make it in time.
No.
So, in the middle of a fight, we have ended session 6 as our heroes and Amar
Our buddy.
are battling Perseus over Apollo's harp. And technically, since it is there with him, the Bident of Hades. So, tune in on session 7 for the ultimate say-so and what goes down in the battle under the mountain.
Also, be on the lookout next Saturday, the Bad Blood reaction video with me and JoJo right here.
Yep.